What you don't want him to see your game, fool? I won't. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself. I'm not gonna sleep when I call him. Become man. You knock me out, I'm gonna knock your lights out. Don't fucking kick me. Beat your fucking ass. Alright, get in the way. They realize that it's hard early, though. No. I told you it was on the table in that white bag. You bro. I don't know how to stove on. You left it on. Drunky. I ain't drink, I smoke. What's wrong? Look what you doing. Like what? Man, get your burnt ass out of here.
Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Garoppolo on first down. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he's got Rome. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, Park, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Don't worry about it. Which one? Linebackers?
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, I did.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
3rd and short yardage. Brissett looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6.
I was surprised. It was like you. I didn't see that shit.
Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
What are you talking about?
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the first down sack. Brissett going deep for Diggs.
Why are you playing?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Yeah,
they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Past the 20. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Yeah, as soon as I say you committed to that, I said, oh, thank you. Thank you.
With his 10th touchdown of the season.
Thank you.
And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Yeah, you bullshitting.
Goal to the extra point.
It was evil.
Stands at 13.
It was evil.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
That nigga too fast. He was going to have to make a decision.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now,
and down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now a pass hauled in downfield and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Vikings. Yeah, let's get set.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Cook. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On third down, Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
Don't do it, Steve. Okay, my man.
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Wild. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Don't say nothing. Go ahead.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 36 yards on the play. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, come on.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 180. Mike 54. I got you.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he's going to be met at about the 43. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now Cook running right. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. This is Johnson. He's got it. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Come on, fellas.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11, and it's 3rd down.
He's checking. Crash.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. 54.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Hey, nah, no.
Picked off by Mike Hughes. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Check three, check three. 22.
They start the drive with Cook. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
A gain of 14. First down, Minnesota.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Undercrush.
A first down throw for Brissett. Steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Check 56. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Back.
Throwing again on second down. Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard. Completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They'll try and throw for it here. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Brissett. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I didn't know if you was going to see me in that.
Back to the ground, Cook. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Throwing, Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
This is third and goal. Brissett. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And now look at him go. He's at the 30, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
You sure? Yeah, they get the wrong shit.
Here we go.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
To throw, Brissett. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Brissett. This pass complete to Higgins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Check.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go. Ready? Right. He's tied right here. He's tied on the right. Hey, 4 down.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Again, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Brissett now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Wild Bill. Hey, alert 3. Kill. Hey, turn it out. 6 guys. Check 6.
He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Brissett, and Diggs has it. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To throw is Brissett. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. D Ford in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now Brissett on 4th down. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. By 20.
Yeah, you need another quarterback there. I told you I was going to trade you Garoppolo.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Sua Craven's up to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The battle was running the trenches.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
To throw is Garoppolo.
Chill out, man.
Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Set now, setting up the screen for Cook. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with third and long. From the gun, here's Brissett. Now a desperation throw, deep depth. That's caught inside the 20. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10.
Come on, bro.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. So the victory here for San Francisco. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense